friends, it's Melanie from AKA Mommy, and today I am participating in a collab video with two other channels here on YouTube. The first is Stars of Jewels, and the second is Organized Mom, and I will have both of their channels linked in the description box below, and I hope that you will go by and check out their corresponding videos to this one. And we are talking about 5 ways to stay sane as a homeschooling parent. If you are new to my channel and you don't really know a whole lot about my story, I will tell you very briefly. I am a mom of 4. I have 3 of those children I am homeschooling, and my youngest is only 16 months old, so she's not doing any kind of formal, education, but of course she sees everything that we're doing, and we include her in as much as we can, and I believe that they start learning from the day that they are born. So technically speaking, I am homeschooling all 4 of my children. My oldest daughter is in 8th grade, my second oldest daughter is in 6th grade, and my son is in kindergarten. This is our 4th year homeschooling, and we have tried multiple different programs in the past, but I think that we finally found one that we really like, and so yeah, we've been enjoying it so far. We have just completed the 4th week of our homeschool year. So if you are a homeschool parent, or if you are considering becoming a homeschool parent, you are probably wondering, am I crazy, and is this going to make me crazy? I will be honest with you and tell you that there are days that I seriously think that I am crazy to have made this choice, but we have very clearly defined reasons that we homeschool our children, and when I really start to have those hard days, I go back and I look at those reasons and I say, okay, this is the right choice for our family. This is the right choice for our family. And even if my kids were in public school, there would be hard days. So let me give you my top 5 tips for staying sane as a homeschool parent. Tip number 1, organize, organize, organize. You need to be as organized as possible, but I think that it's really important to make your organization systems work at your child's level. Don't expect more from your kids than they are mentally and physically capable of. One of the ways, just to give you an example, when I say organize, we have a daily schedule that is posted in our home, but it's not something so rigid that my kids can't follow it. It's still pretty flexible. It's within my kids' capability, and that was really important to me when I sat down to write the schedule. We have a list, a snack list that my kids go to when they want to have a snack. My kids know. They really don't even have to look at the list anymore. They know what the snacks are that they are allowed to have. They know when snack time is, and so forth. Chores. We have a chore system that works for us. It's not easy finding I don't want to say perfect, but the right chore system for your family, but we have worked very hard to find one that is good for us. We all really love, and I can't really say too much more about that. I do have a video discussing kind of all 3 of those things, and I will link those in the description box below if you have not already seen them. But yes, the more you can organize, the better off you will be. The more smooth your days will run. If you just wake up and say, hey, we're just gonna learn this today, and we're just gonna do this today, oh, that is just asking for trouble. So this is not to say that you won't still run into issues, but you won't have as many if you're organized and prepared. Tip number 2, write it down. And this kind of goes back to the first tip that I had in the organization. And what I mean when I say write it down is make sure that your chore list is either posted or somewhere where your children can see it. Your snack list, your family rules, your daily schedule. Do not have your children coming to you for answers to everything. You need to teach your children how to be independent and how to search for answers on their own. And if you have posted the information that they're looking for, you can refer them to that and say, it's written down. You need to go over here and find it. Don't do everything for your kids. Make them work a little bit for their answers. Don't rely on your memory for everything. Write it down. I promise you this will help. Tip number 3, have a schedule and stick to it. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be rigid and a drill sergeant about your schedule, unless that works for your family. And if that does, that's great. That does not work for my family. But kids, and I believe adults as well, thrive on structure and having a schedule and routine and knowing what's coming. And having a plan that your kids are used to, it will save you guys so much frustration. You know, we get up at the same time every day. We have breakfast, we do chores, we do school, we do lunch, we do naps. My kids know what to expect. They know what's expected of them. And that's because we have a schedule and we don't deviate from it. Now, the biggest exception to that is when we go on field trips or we have something that takes us out of the house that is kind of, you know, unavoidable. But that happens very rarely. We go on one field trip every month. We have library days every 2 weeks. And, you know, of course, families have the occasional doctor's visit or something like that. But I try very hard to plan things so that they don't interrupt our school time. I will plan library time for in the morning when my kids normally do their chores, and we will just make that a light chore day. I plan doctor's appointments in the morning for the exact same reason. I do not want anything to interrupt nap time. Nap time is crucial when you have a 5 and a 1-year-old. Oh, we need nap time. And so I will do everything in my power to not plan things during that specific time. So have a schedule and stick to it. Tip number 4, build in playtime for your kids. You definitely don't want school to be just work, work, work all the time. I mean, that's not fun. That's not fun for adults, and it's not fun for kids. So build in playtime. Build it into your schedule. Plan time that your kids can have some downtime, some quiet time. They need that. Their little minds need to be able to be creative and to explore and be adventurous, but they also need quiet time and time to just rest, you know, and let their brain not work for a little while. Adults are the exact same way. We need to understand that our kids have the same basic fundamental needs that we have, and try to remember to build it into your schedule. And tip number 5 is going to be probably one that's a little bit harder if you're anything like me, and that is remember to give yourself grace. There are going to be hard days. I can promise you there are going to be hard days. But like I said, whether your kids are in public school or homeschool, or whether they're not in school at all, you are going to have hard days. So expect them, and when they come about, accept them. Give yourself grace. Don't expect everything to be perfect. Give yourself a little bit of a break, you know? I don't really know how else to put it other than just take it easy on yourself and take it easy on your kids as well. I believe that my job is to provide an environment for my kids to grow and learn in, and their job is to actually learn. I don't really expect anything else other than that from my kids. I'm not a drill sergeant. I don't have ridiculous expectations. I believe that their job is to learn. And so I try to provide an environment that will make that as easy for them as possible. It's my job to raise them to be responsible and caring adults. And so that's what I try very hard to do. So those are my top 5 tips for a homeschooling parent. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would go over and check out a couple more of my videos and maybe consider subscribing. I post videos almost every day. Not every day, but several days a week. I have a few videos on my channel that are specific to homeschooling right now. And yeah, we also do day in the life videos, so you can see a little bit about what our daily life is like. And I guess that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've loved doing this video for you and just participating in this collaboration with the 2 amazing ladies that I will again have linked below. And that's going to be it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, whether you're homeschooling your kids today or not, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.